to tell you, you blow my mind. I don't know what to know yet. I've realized that I'm dying to tell you.
Testing. Hello, everyone. It is, well, in New York City time, 2:43 a.m., July 17th. All right, I'm in Las Vegas, so in this case, it is 11:43 p.m. It's still July 16th, and it was a crazy Vegas day. First day in Las Vegas. So you can see here, this is, well, I had to fix the lighting a bit, so here it is. So this is true. Oh, wait, that's my Starbucks thing. Okay. So yeah, I'm in the Mandalay Bay. So I moved the lighting over here so it's a little bit more even. Alright. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay, so what happened? Alright, in the beginning it was fine, so I left the house at around, I think, 12:30 or something like that. So I took the anxiety train. It was pretty slow, and then I took the PATH train, and so I met when we got to the PATH train. So let's see if I can, if I have that information. Maybe let's find out. All right, so let's go back for a bit. So here, I was taking the anxiety train, got off at Fulton Street, and then walked to the World Trade Center station on the PATH over here. So I took the PATH, and then we went to the last stop. So that's Newark Penn Station. So originally the plan was to take the train, go to 34th Street Penn Station, take the over here, then take New Jersey Transit to Newark Airport. That wasn't the case. So I got off at PATH, so I saved actually a lot of money on that. And there was a person who was flying international. And so there was this bus that I was trying to get, so to go to the terminals. She couldn't find a way to get to Newark Airport from PATH. That's the thing. The PATH train needs to extend to Newark Liberty International Airport. Okay, the tracks are there. All right, so I don't understand what's stopping them. All right, but anyway, so I told her, follow me, let's take the bus, and the entrances were closed, and it was around between 1:20, 1:30 a.m. in the morning, in the middle of the night. So it's almost dead. Newark is almost dead, and I was tracking down the bus. The bus didn't show up for some reason, but as I was going around the station to go into the Raymond Boulevard lanes for the buses, all of a sudden the bus came, and I paid my fare, and I had to teach the person who lives in the Upper West Side how to pay the fare for New Jersey Transit bus. And so we both made it on time, and the first flight was fine. So we had a layover. Is that called a layover? I'm not sure. So it took me 2 flights to get from New York City to Las Vegas because I have a pharmacy conference. So I went from Newark to O'Hare. That went pretty well. We were ahead of schedule, and then everything seemed to go well until of course something happens with the flight. There was a mechanical error, so they had to get another flight. This time it would be coming from Rochester, New York, and it was delayed. Yeah, so I believe I was very upset, but I believe we arrived at around maybe 10:36 local time, so in this case Pacific Daylight Time. And I was trying my best to get Uber. Oh my goodness, because I didn't want to miss that registration cutoff. I was able to get registered, so here it is, if you can see it. So here's my badge. So I've officially attended RBC. RBC's Retail Business Conference. That's the pharmacy conference that's taking place here at the Mandalay Bay. I don't have pictures yet, but that'll be included for the review. I will do a review. I collected some of the notes. I have not finished collecting all the notes yet because I have materials that I can put in. I only attended for 1 day, but I'm still going to give the review. Right, that's okay, just that's a little bit of a heads up there, but I'm still collecting information. There's also a follow-up that I have to do for EternalCon, so it's a follow-up review because I received information on that, but I've been very busy, so not going to do that one yet. Alright, so back to this. There was a bus that went from Newark Penn Station to Newark Liberty International Airport. As such, right over here. Everything was okay. So anyway, everything was fine, and going to Las Vegas, not so fine. Unbelievable. So I was so stressed, but got the Uber, had a good conversation with one of the drivers, and I was able to go to Mandalay Bay and was able to find registration. I went to the trade floor, which I took pictures, and then I found out that you can't take pictures of everything simply because of copyright reasons. So it's for 2 things. So first, company copyright, and also the vendor copyright, because they're afraid that some of these things could be shared and go to the competitors, and they don't want that, and that's understandable. So I asked, okay, which pictures are okay, which pictures are not, so we went over it at the information desk. Alright, so I wasn't able to do the continuing education credits at RBC simply because my flight was being a pain in the ass, and I wasn't able to attend those. So, yeah. Alright, let me get back to this one. And then the other thing was after the event ended, and that's the other thing. I'm going to talk about it more in the review, so I will do a review on Monday night, God willing. If there's any updates, I'll let you know. But the event runs from Wednesday through Saturday, and that's not good enough. Okay, if you're going to do an event, you have to cover both Saturday and Sundays, not just Saturday. So I kept asking, my own sales rep, and I kept asking other Cardinal Health. So it's run by Cardinal Health, and I asked the staff, like, why? What can we just make Saturday longer and then Sunday also, expand it to Sunday? So I got a myriad of reasons, various reasons. So one of them is, they want to enjoy, they want to take that break. Number 2, there's less turnout during the weekends, which is weird because in Comic Cons and Anime Cons that I go to, Saturday is usually the peak. So I don't know what's going on here. Alright, so that's. But then again, it's a different kind of conference, or a different kind of event, rather. This is not a Comic-Con, this is not an anime convention, this is a pharmacy conference. This has some similar characteristics as the anime conventions and the Comic-Cons. So, in this case, of course, the badge. Alright? And I have it in my bag somewhere here. Let me see. Okay. There is the so exhibitor guide, and I can't open this because due to copyright reasons, so we'll just keep it here. RBC guide here, then the program of events here. So I'm actually going to go over the information here. So a lot of it will be in the good because every year they tend to do a concert. 4 years ago when I went to San Diego for the same conference here, I actually requested a day off for Friday. I was able to do so, and I was able to see Kelly Clarkson. Oh, actually I didn't meet her in person, but I saw her in person, and I love it. And then this one, I'm gonna give this to my boss, so this is important. Alright. Okay, what else? What else do I have here for my merch? I got a couple shirts here and there. So also next year, save the date. Here, let's read this here. I don't know if you're able to see it. There you go. So next year they're gonna go to Boston, and it's much easier. And also, I just went to Boston this year and did a panel. Went to Anime Boston, and I'm gonna go to Boston. Looks like it's very likely I'm gonna go to Boston twice next year. So Anime Boston for Easter weekend, and then what does it say here? July 19th to 22nd. Oh, that's a little later. Usually it's in the beginning or at the middle of July. This one gets a little bit more towards the end of July. Alright, so that's a little bit of the loot, and then I have the clothing on it, so I'll talk about that on the review. So the next thing, so it's very important to learn that, please do not check in with your phone. Please. I did that, and I learned it the hard way, because using your phone as the digital key to save cards, of course, it did not work because I tried using it for the elevator. So in this case, so when you're trying to get to your room using the elevator, you have to hover your phone there and then press the button. When I pressed the button didn't light up. In this case, if the lights are not working, of course, you go there. But in this case, if it's not lit up after you press, in this case it's the 30th floor, which I am right now, it will not get there. In one instance, I was panicking and all that. In one instance, there was a person who was also an attendee for RBC, and the farthest we went was the 22nd floor, because that's where his room is. And on that room, I saw a staff person, and I asked, where the stairs. I know it's an 8-floor difference. I can go up 8 floors. I didn't care. This is I gotta put my luggage back. Here. This thing over here. All right. Okay. So, gotta because it's a lot of stuff. All right. So, what was I? Oh yeah. So the staff was in a rush because on that floor, someone was unconscious. Wow. Okay. So I went downstairs, went to the elevator, and it's weird because if you're going downstairs, you're fine. And then, I went to staff, I complained, And then they gave me the cards. So they gave me this. They gave me 3 of these. Dive in. If you can see it. There we go. Alright, so they provided those. And in the beginning it didn't work on the elevator for some reason. I don't know why. But going into... So someone at the time was going to the same room, so he was able to activate that for the 30th floor. But when I used the card, it went through for a room, but not so much for an elevator. That's pretty weird. That's weird. Like, come on, this is ridiculous. All right, so I'm not done yet. I am not finished yet. Oh my goodness. So there were some cases where there were lines. When I have line anxiety, okay. When there's long lines, I freak out. I really do. And I think one in particular was there was a ticket. So there's a zip line, and that goes above I think the Link Promenade, LINQ. So and it's facing towards the tallest Ferris wheel in the U.S. It's actually the second tallest in the world. The first tallest, just FYI, is somewhere in Abu Dhabi. It's called Ain Dubai, AIN space DUBAI. So that's much bigger and all that. Okay, so there was a zip line. It was so much fun. I loved it. I think all that stress that I dealt with because of I think it was a hurried sickness because it's a New Yorker thing. Just waiting, we can't wait. We're impatient. Waiting is a waste of time for us. I know it's not always the case, but we always like to hustle, no stop. But after doing that zip line, I felt that epinephrine or adrenaline, and it just wiped out almost all the issues. All right, so now the next thing I want to do is the Big Apple roller coaster. So this is part of the New York casino, and very popular ride. So this one will lead to what I just posted on Instagram. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry about that. I thought it wasn't recording, but anyway. So, my apologies. I had a little brain fart. Okay, so I was on the line for the Big Apple roller coaster, and all of a sudden, all these people, this crowd was running really fast, very fast, to different areas. So one going to the arcade, another one going to another corridor, and then I was just, well, what's going on here? I thought, and I don't know why I thought this. I thought the ride was free, like everyone's going to the ride, okay. And then, I heard that there were people who were just like trying to cover or something. So I went with one crowd and I went to the office of the New York, one of the offices of the New York casino, and I saw all of a sudden 2 ladies who were attendees. They were kind of in tears, and they're speaking some language. They weren't speaking Spanish though; it was something else. So they seemed scared. And then I saw one person. Her name is Casey Fleischer, and I befriended her. We follow each other on Instagram. She's a wife and a mom, and she was in tears. So what I found out was there was an active shooter. At least that's what we were hearing, an active shooter. And we were ducking under the table, some of them, and then we also locked, the staff locked the doors. And then we were given further instructions that we would hide also. We moved from there to this this workshop thing, where the repair shop for the Big Apple roller coaster. And so I was sitting with her, and reason is because I don't want the bullets to hit us, so just we duck. And we were here, and there were a few people crying, and some of the kids were crying, and it was really scary. I don't know if there was actually really an active shooter, but I heard there was an active shooter, maybe to scare, who knows. But that's what made the day pretty wild. Ugh. So wow, all right, I could not believe it. So a little unexpected, a little wild. Maybe day 2 will be much better. All right, so that'll be the time where I'm gonna do some more exploring and all that stuff, and in addition to doing the Big Apple roller coaster. All right, in the next segment, we're gonna. Well, sorry, but next segment I was supposed to do a rail report, but somehow the video cut off for some reason when I was talking about the Q train. Anyway, so on the next stream, I'm going to actually talk about the ongoing for the time being. If you're on Instagram, all the information's there, basically. All right, but so I doing this because there is an update. All right, and this is according to this is NBC3 News, it looks like, and it says here police say there was no shooting on Las Vegas Strip after the panic breaks out. I'm gonna post that on Instagram. So this is as of July 17th, 8 a.m. Las Vegas time. Alright, so it says here, there's no shooting on the Las Vegas Strip after panic erupted Saturday night. Police said initial reports indicated there was a gunfire at MGM Grand Valet area around 10:42 p.m. Officers responded and learned a glass door has been shattered, creating a loud sound. There's no evidence of gunfire in the area, Las Vegas LVMPD said. They also said that on Twitter that reports of a shooting near the MGM tonight are unfounded. Initial reports are glass door shattered, causing a loud noise which startled people in the valet area. Alright, so Captain Brandon Clarkson with LVMPDs told reporters one person suffered minor injuries when falling in the immediate impact. The person who broke the glass door was detained on suspicion of destruction of property, Clarkson said. Video posted to social media showed people scrambling across the strip, including one video that showed officers moving with guns drawn and lowered near New York casino as several people hurried in the opposite direction. So I was actually part of that. And I'm actually going to show the video in the next part. So MGM Resorts tweeted late Saturday that normal operation will resuming at MGM Grand and on other properties. Really late, though. And yep, so that's the update. So I'm going to post that article on Instagram. All right. So what you'll see on the next one is a video from my iPhone of what happened, of course, through my perspective because I was recording the video.
I'm in the security room upstairs. I was about to ride the boat.
Active shooter. So there's I'm told there's an active shooter in here.
Calm down. No, I don't think so, but it's okay.
There's a guy with a gun inside the casino.
Okay, so they just said that there was a guy with a gun and stuff. Shots and fire and everything. I was just up to the desk trying to get my roller coaster.
Just calm down. We're in a room. There's somebody with a gun. Here. So we're hiding in a closet.
Nobody. All by myself.
Okay?
Nobody.
Can you hear me?
Okay. I was just looking around and I was like, so in this photo.
Okay? Can you hear me?
Sorry about that.
Huh?
Sorry, what happened? All I know is that I was on the line for the roller coaster, and all of a sudden there were just they were running towards the arcade, and then they were running into here. They were running through the arcade. Okay. Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay. There's a gentleman behind me.
I'm actually from New York City. So this nothing. I've gone through so much. So.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I'm on the phone with my husband right now.
That's what I'm under it. But I didn't hear any shooting. So.
No, I didn't either. Everybody started running, right? And nobody, everybody just ran for cover. Oh man, I need a drink. There's kids in here right now, right? The moms are hugging the kids, and the kids don't know what's going on, and
If something happens, it is on video.
Oh, okay. There's a gentleman sitting next to me, and he's like, I'm from New York. I've been through worse. Do you think I would be stronger? So,
You get number for this. Because I live in New York City for 33 years. We went through 9/11,
Yeah.
shootings.
he's saying, he goes, we're in the
We're good.
We're going to the mechanic shop. It's safer over there.
Okay, we gotta move. I'll call you right back, okay?
Stop.
Yeah.
Duck, okay.
Everyone, I'm entering the arcade office right now. Yeah, much better. Exit to your right-hand side. If you want to stay with us, you're going to go to the left-hand side and follow the flag.
There's some. sorry. You're good, you're good.
He's not here. He's not here. Anywhere.
Sorry.
Did you send some kids down there by themselves? Ma'am, I don't know. There's so many people everywhere. Come on, guys, Donovan.
Shh. Get in there. All right, I hear the sirens. Okay. Get in. It's just like...
Escúchame, donde se montan los
Sorry.
Oh, there you are.
There you were, yeah. I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
No,
so.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I think I'll stop recording for now.
You guys all got water?
Can they just shut off the music?